This is NBC News for Universal Kids. I'm Savannah Sellers, and here's your Week in Review. Here comes Piggy, the super pup.
Hello, everyone.
Piggy is a rescue dog from the Dominican Republic. His owner, Todd, found him while he was there on a volunteer trip to help sick animals. After Piggy had an operation to remove an injured leg, Todd brought him back to New York City, and that's when he noticed something special about Piggy.
There was a woman sitting on a park bench. He singled her out and ran up to her and put his paw on her, and she just burst out crying. She said, "I just lost my dog at 4 a.m. this morning."
Piggy was showing that he had really strong emotional intelligence. That's when a person, or in this case, a pooch, can sense and really understand what someone else is feeling.
So when he started doing stuff like that, I realized, oh my gosh, he's actually a superhero. So what do we do for superheroes? We have to give them a superhero comic book story.
Todd and a friend wrote a comic book called A Piggy's Tale, The Adventures of a Three-Legged Super Pup. And now they go to schools to visit students.
They would, on the one hand, be overwhelmed. On the other hand, sort of almost not believe it, that there's this dog out there with superpowers.
All of the money raised by comic book sales goes to helping children and animals in need all over the world. Way to go, Piggy. Teenage poet Amanda Gorman.
Heal or past and will always be our future.
She's the first ever National Youth Poet Laureate. It's her job to inspire young people to read poems and write poetry of their own. Poetry is a type of writing where the author tries to get the reader to feel an emotion. Poems have a rhythm or a flow, and sometimes have rhymes. Poets also use details to describe how something feels, tastes, smells, sounds, or looks, to paint a picture in the reader's mind.
Yawning wide as the Pacific tide.
When Amanda was in 3rd grade, her teacher read her class a book by Ray Bradbury called Dandelion Wine.
I was like, oh my goodness, Bradbury just related candy to something completely different. That's what I want to do with my life. That's who I want to be.
Now that she's a professional poet, Amanda uses her poems to give readers a glimpse of what it's like to be a young African-American person today.
That passion comes from my heritage, comes from this place where, like, I must write, I must speak up, because there's been too many people who've been kept from that opportunity.
So what's next for Amanda? First, graduating from Harvard University, and in 2036, she plans to run for president. And now, have you seen this? Bodhi the Golden Retriever puppy is a little confused by this slippery baby carrot. He keeps trying to eat it or play with it, but just can't get a hold of the tiny veggie. Keep trying, Bodhi. Ending food waste. Every day, 1 in 6 kids in the United States doesn't have enough food to eat. It's a big problem, especially because so much food is thrown in the garbage.
In this country, we waste 72 billion pounds of perfectly good food every year, so this is enough food to fill up an entire football stadium at least once a day, every day.
In 2017, Jasmine Crowe started Gooder. The program picks up food at restaurants and stores around Atlanta that would be thrown out at the end of the day and brings it directly to people who need it.
The variety of food that our youth receive is so important because much of their life they've experienced food insecurity.
Even huge places like Atlanta's airport, the busiest in the world, donates food.
We're not just talking about perishables, just fruits and vegetables. We have whole meals that we are removing from the landfill.
Gooder even makes it easy for places to donate food. A food pickup can be ordered with the simple swipe of a smartphone.
Hunger is not an issue of scarcity. You know, there's more than enough food. It's really about logistics, and that's what Gooder is solving. I would not want to do anything else other than do Gooder.
How can you help? Volunteer at a food pantry or help organize a canned food drive at your school. Every little bit helps. Movie magic. Exceptional Minds is a company where 20 artists with autism make graphics, visual effects, and animation used in movies and TV shows. When someone has autism, their brain develops a little differently. And sometimes those differences help in jobs that require a lot of time and attention, like making a movie. The company was founded by families of kids with autism. The artists at Exceptional Minds are working on some of the biggest movies in Hollywood.
Their focus and determination makes our movies far better.
Tony works to remove behind-the-scenes equipment that you're not supposed to see, like microphones.
This is before the operation, and this is after.
Eli works on the computer to smooth out stray hairs and other small details. And one of the best parts? Going to the movies and seeing their names in the credits. Eli's friend got particularly excited.
And as soon as he saw my name, he started shouting in joy, telling everyone in the seats.
I couldn't help but put my fist up in the air.
Can't wait to see what these exceptional artists do next. And now, have you seen this? It's the world's largest bee. It's as big as a grown-up's thumb. Scientists thought it was extinct, but the huge insect was found on a recent expedition to Indonesia. After scientists took pictures, the bee was released back into the wild. Basketball player Amanda Merrill. In Huntingtown, Maryland, 16-year-old Amanda is so good at basketball, you may not notice what makes her stand out. When Amanda was 3 years old, doctors removed her leg because of a rare type of cancer. After beating cancer, Amanda got a prosthetic leg.
When I first got a new leg, I could learn to walk and to run, so that was a struggle.
But that didn't stop Amanda.
I just loved sports and tried everything I could.
Amanda played lacrosse, soccer, and her favorite sport, basketball. Her prosthetic leg doesn't bend at the knee, so that made it challenging.
I kind of had to find a different way to do it. For basketball, put my leg behind me and shoot.
She plays varsity basketball, and she's determined to be the best, even if people tease her.
Feels awesome. Prove those people wrong and see their faces afterwards, dang, she's good.
Amanda wants to inspire other kids just like her.
I just want to show everyone that does have prosthetic, that can't stop you from doing something that you want to do and achieve your dream.
Amanda hopes to play basketball in college and maybe become a professional player. And now, have you seen this? In Seattle, the fish are flying. Workers fling fish across Pike Place Fish Market, entertaining crowds from all over. Now that's a fresh and slimy catch. That's your look at this week's NBC News for Universal Kids. Now, go join the conversation.
Hey NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.